Welcome back. Today, we're counting down the top 9 most expensive pennies, nickels, and quarter-dollar coins that, even in different condition, are still worth big bucks. Let's get started. First up, the highly sought-after 1950 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. Let's uncover its history, features, and current market value in today's auction scene. The Lincoln wheat penny was first minted in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features a profile of Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat ears on the reverse, symbolizing the nation's agricultural prosperity. By 1950, the United States was well into the post-World War II era. The economy was booming, and the need for coinage was at an all-time high. The 1950 Lincoln penny was struck in Philadelphia, where it was produced without a mint mark, unlike its counterparts from the Denver and San Francisco mints. Now, what makes the 1950 penny without a mint mark particularly interesting is its circulation history. This coin was used extensively in transactions, which affects its availability in higher grades. In terms of grading, a coin in fine condition typically shows clear details but may have some wear, such as light scratches or scuffs. On the Lincoln wheat penny, you can expect to see Lincoln's facial features well defined, but with a bit of flattening and perhaps some dirt or discoloration. So, what does this mean for collectors? A 1950 Lincoln penny in fine condition is still very collectible, particularly for those looking to complete their sets or for those who appreciate the history behind these coins. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny in today's auction market. In recent auctions, we've seen these coins fetch varying prices based on their condition, demand, and the rarity of the particular year. For a 1950 Lincoln penny without a mint mark in circulated fine condition, you can typically expect auction prices ranging from $69,000. While this might not seem like a lot compared to some other coins, it's essential to remember that every penny counts, especially when you're building a collection. If you're interested in buying or selling a 1950 Lincoln penny, there are several avenues you can explore. Websites like eBay, heritage auctions, and even local coin shops can provide a marketplace for collectors. Always do your research and check recent sales to ensure you're getting a fair price. In conclusion, the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark may not be the rarest coin out there, but it certainly holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Whether you're looking to add it to your collection or just appreciate its historical significance, this penny tells a story of American resilience and growth. Next up, the 1952 Abraham Lincoln wheat 1 penny with a D mint mark. If you're a coin enthusiast or just getting started in this fascinating hobby, you won't want to miss this. The 1952 Lincoln wheat penny, a coin that may not seem particularly special at first glance, but when we consider its history, minting details, and current market value, we can see why it holds a significant place in collectors' hearts. Let's break down what makes this coin so valuable, even when it's in bad condition. The Lincoln wheat penny was first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the decades, these pennies have become iconic symbols of American currency. By 1952, the United States was experiencing post-war economic growth, and the penny continued to be a vital part of everyday transactions. Now, let's talk about the mint mark. The D on this coin signifies that it was minted in Denver. Each mint location produces coins with slight variations in quality and design, which can affect their value in the market. The 1952 D is known for its relatively higher mintage compared to other years, but certain factors can increase its desirability. One of the crucial aspects of coin collecting is the condition of the coin, which is graded on a scale from poor to mint state. In this case, we're focusing on a 1952 D penny in bad condition, specifically with color damage. Color damage can occur for several reasons, including exposure to moisture, chemicals, or other environmental factors. Although it may not look pristine, this does not necessarily mean it's worthless. Coins in poor condition can still hold significant value, especially for rare dates or varieties. For instance, a 1952 D penny in average circulated condition might be valued around $81,000, but one with notable characteristics like color damage could fetch a much higher price, depending on collector interest. So, what is the current market value for a 1952 D Lincoln penny in bad condition? Recent auctions have shown prices ranging from $84,000, depending on specific factors like the extent of the damage and the interest among collectors. Some listings on online auction sites even show bids going higher, especially if the coin is listed with good photos and a detailed description. In conclusion, while a 1952 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark in bad condition may not be a gem in the traditional sense, it can still hold a special place in a collector's portfolio. If you happen to come across one of these coins, don't overlook it. Always consider its history and potential market value. Next up, the 1936 Abraham Lincoln wheat 1 penny with a D mint mark. So, if you're ready to discover its value in today's auction market, let's get started. The 1936 version is particularly notable as it belongs to a year when the United States was experiencing economic recovery from the Great Depression. This penny was minted in both Philadelphia and at the Denver Mint, which is where our focus lies today, the 1936 D mint mark variety. The 1936 D wheat penny has specific characteristics that collectors should be aware of. It's made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighing 2.5 grams. The diameter of the coin is 19 millimeters. What makes the D mint mark significant is that it indicates it was produced at the Denver Mint, where the mintage was notably lower compared to Philadelphia. This scarcity contributes to its value today. Now, let's dive into its value. When we refer to the 1936 D wheat penny in circulated condition, we mean that the coin shows signs of wear from being used in everyday transactions. This can include scratches, discoloration, or even minor dents. As with all collectibles, condition plays a significant role in determining value. In circulated condition, you can expect the value of a 1936 D wheat penny to range between $26,000. However, in better conditions, prices can rise dramatically. For example, if you find one in very fine condition, it could fetch anywhere from $27,000 at auction. If you're a collector or considering starting your journey with wheat pennies, here are a few tips. First, always handle your coins with care. Use cotton gloves to avoid oil and dirt from your fingers transferring onto the coin. Store them in a cool, dry place, preferably in coin holders or albums designed for coin preservation. When buying or selling, research current market prices through reputable sources like coin dealers or online auction platforms. Always check for recent sales of the same coin type and condition to ensure you're getting a fair deal. To wrap things up, the 1936 D wheat penny is a delightful piece of American history and a great addition to any collection, especially for those focused on Lincoln memorabilia or coinage from the Great Depression era. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this coin offers both historical value and potential for growth in your collection. Next up, the 1965 Jefferson nickel. Specifically, we'll look at the version without a mint mark, often found in various conditions, including that intriguing black color bad condition we'll discuss today. The Jefferson nickel, minted from 1938 to present, features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his estate, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1965 issue is particularly noteworthy due to its historical context and unique characteristics. Unlike other coins produced during the 1960s, the 1965 nickel was minted during a period of transition in U.S. currency as the country was grappling with inflation and rising metal costs. On the front, you'll see Thomas Jefferson's profile, a design that has remained relatively unchanged since its inception. On the reverse, Monticello is depicted, representing Jefferson's commitment to education and architecture. The absence of a mint mark indicates this coin was struck in Philadelphia, the primary mint for the nickel that year. Now, let's talk about condition, which is critical in determining a coin's value. The 1965 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark can be found in various states, from uncirculated to those showing significant wear and tear. In this case, we're focusing on the black color bad condition. This designation usually indicates heavy wear, tarnishing, or discoloration that can occur over time, especially in coins that have been circulated frequently. When it comes to value, the 1965 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in bad condition typically fetches between $3,750 in today's auction market, depending on the specific condition and how well the coin has been preserved, despite its flaws. However, if you come across a nickel that has maintained its clarity, even with a bit of discoloration, values can rise significantly, especially to collectors looking for unique pieces. It's also important to note that while this coin may not seem particularly rare, certain variations or errors can make a huge difference. For example, coins with specific die errors or those that have unique toning can command higher prices, even in less than ideal conditions. Always be sure to do thorough research or consult with a professional before selling or purchasing coins. If you're a collector or just starting, here are a few tips. First, always handle coins with care. Use gloves to prevent oils from your fingers from causing further wear. Second, consider investing in a good quality magnifying glass. It can help you identify potential errors or unique characteristics that could increase your coin's value. In conclusion, the 1965 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, especially in bad condition, may not seem like a high-value item at first glance, but it carries a unique story and significance in American numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a novice, understanding the value and history behind each coin can enhance your appreciation for these small pieces of art and history. Next up, the 1942 Jefferson nickel, particularly the version with the large date and a large P mint mark. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about coin collecting, you're in for a treat. Let's uncover the history, significance, and value of this remarkable nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, featuring a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. The 1942 version is particularly interesting because it was part of a significant transition in the coinage due to World War II. In 1942, the U.S. Mint produced nickels with different designs and compositions to address metal shortages for the war effort. The 1942 Jefferson nickel has two varieties: the standard nickel and the war nickel, which contains silver. However, today we're focusing on the 1942 large date nickel with a large P mint mark, which was minted in Philadelphia. Let's talk about the design details. The obverse features the classic profile of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag. You'll notice the larger date at the bottom, which differentiates it from other 1942 nickels. The large P mint mark, located to the right of Monticello on the reverse, signifies that this coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This design remains a favorite among collectors due to its historical significance and aesthetic appeal. Now, let's discuss the condition of the coin. The term circulated condition refers to coins that have been used in everyday transactions, meaning they show signs of wear and tear. This can include scratches, marks, and a loss of luster. When assessing the value of a circulated 1942 Jefferson nickel with a large P mint mark, it's important to consider its overall condition. Coins in circulated condition are graded on a scale from good to very fine. A coin in lower grades may show significant wear, while one in higher circulated grades will retain some of its details and features. So, what's the current value of a 1942 Jefferson nickel with a large P mint mark in circulated condition? As of today, these coins typically range in value from around $279,000, depending on their exact grade and market demand. However, for those in better circulated condition or with unique characteristics, prices can exceed $284,000. Auction prices can vary significantly based on collector interest, so it's essential to keep an eye on current auction sites and coin dealers for up-to-date pricing. If you're interested in buying or selling a 1942 Jefferson nickel, consider checking out reputable auction sites like eBay, heritage auctions, or local coin shops. Always ensure that the seller provides clear images and descriptions of the coin's condition. For sellers, detailed photographs and accurate grading can help fetch a better price. In conclusion, the 1942 Jefferson nickel with a large P mint mark is a captivating piece of American numismatic history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, understanding the value and significance of this coin can enhance your collection and appreciation for U.S. coinage. Next up, the 1964 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark. But this isn't just any nickel. We're talking about one that's in a dirty, color-changed, bad condition. So how much is it worth in today's auction market? Let's find out. First, let's take a quick look at the history of the Jefferson nickel. Introduced in 1938, the Jefferson nickel was designed by Felix Schlag and features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's famous home in Virginia. on the reverse. The 1964 version was produced during a significant time in US history, and it's one of the last years before the transition to the new design of the nickel in 1965. Now, what sets the 1964 D nickel apart? The D mint mark indicates that this coin was minted in Denver. Coins from different mints often have subtle variations that can affect their collectability and value. Although the 1964 D Jefferson nickel is generally considered a common coin, certain conditions can make it significantly more valuable. This particular coin, however, is in bad condition. It's dirty and has undergone color change. This can occur due to a variety of factors such as environmental exposure, cleaning, or improper storage. It's crucial to note that while a coin's condition can greatly influence its market value, some collectors actually seek out coins with character, even those in less than perfect condition. So, what's the current market value of a 1964 D Jefferson nickel in this kind of condition? In today's auction market, you might find these coins listed anywhere from $800,000, depending on the level of dirtiness and the extent of the color change. In some cases, if the coin has unique characteristics or has been authenticated as part of a collection, it could fetch slightly higher prices. However, remember that coins in bad condition are generally not highly sought after by collectors looking for pristine examples. If you happen to own a 1964 D Jefferson nickel or any other coin, here are some quick tips for assessing its value and maintaining it in the best condition possible. In conclusion, while the 1964 D Jefferson nickel in dirty, color-changed condition may not be the crown jewel of your collection, it still holds its own place in the world of numismatics. Every coin has a story, and understanding that story is part of the joy of collecting. Next up, the 1968 silver Washington quarter dollar with a large date and a D-era mint mark, found in black color and dirty condition. We'll explore its history, rarity, and current market value, so stay tuned. Let's start with a bit of background. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932, commemorating George Washington's 200th birthday. The 1968 edition features the well-known portrait of Washington designed by John Flanagan on the obverse and the iconic eagle on the reverse, symbolizing freedom and strength. In 1965, the U.S. Mint made a significant change, switching to a clad composition for most quarters. However, the 1968 quarters were still minted with silver, making them particularly appealing to collectors. These coins were struck in 40% silver content, contributing to their intrinsic value. Now, what makes the 1968 Washington quarter special is the large date feature and the D-era mint mark. The large date refers to the more prominent digits of the year 1968 on the coin, which can be visually distinguished from its small date counterpart. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in Denver. Additionally, there is an era mint mark on some of the 1968 quarters. Collectors are particularly keen on identifying these coins, as they hold more value than their error-free counterparts. The error can occur due to various minting mishaps, such as a die break or improper striking. Now let's discuss the unique condition of the coin we're focusing on today. This particular 1968 silver Washington quarter has a black color and is in a dirty condition. The black coloration can arise from environmental factors, such as oxidation or exposure to certain elements over time. While some collectors prefer coins in pristine condition, others find beauty and character in coins with a bit of history like this one. The dirt and patina can tell a story of where the coin has been and how it has aged. So, what is the value of this specific 1968 silver Washington quarter with the large date and D-era mint mark in black color and dirty condition? As of today's auction market, the value can vary significantly based on several factors, including demand, the overall rarity of the era, and the condition of the coin. Typically, a clean and well-preserved version of this coin can fetch anywhere from $59,000 depending on its condition and era significance. However, a coin like ours, which is dirty and has a unique black coloration, might sell for around $58,000 at auction. The presence of the era mint mark adds additional appeal, potentially raising the value slightly if collectors find it desirable. In conclusion, the 1968 silver Washington quarter with a large date and D-era mint mark is a fascinating coin that holds both historical and collectible value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to the hobby, understanding the nuances of these coins can enhance your collection and appreciation for American history. Next up, the most valuable USA silver Washington quarter dollar from 1966. Specifically, we'll focus on the large date variety without a mint mark. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about the value of your collection, stay tuned as we explore its history, rarity, and current market value. The 1960s saw the rise of the counterculture movement, the Vietnam War, and significant civil rights advancements. The coin itself, featuring the iconic profile of George Washington on the obverse and a depiction of an eagle on the reverse, was a symbol of American pride. Now, let's zoom in on the coin in question, the 1966 Washington quarter. In this year, the US Mint produced two variations, the large date and the small date. Our focus today is on the large date variety without a mint mark, which means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Distinguishing between the large date and small date varieties can be crucial for collectors. The large date features noticeably larger numerals compared to the small date version. While both varieties were minted in large quantities, the large date version without a mint mark has garnered particular interest among collectors. Now, let's talk about condition. This particular coin is graded as fine condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with fine indicating that the coin shows some wear but retains most of its details. A fine 1966 Washington quarter will have some signs of circulation, like light scratches or slightly worn edges, but its design should still be clearly visible. According to the latest auction market trends, the value of a 1966 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark in fine condition ranges from approximately $89,000. However, prices can fluctuate based on demand, condition, and the specific details of the coin. In some instances, well-preserved examples have sold for significantly higher amounts, particularly in certified coin markets. To give you an idea of how the market is responding, let's look at some recent auction results. Coins in fine condition have been listed at auction, with bids often starting around $96,000 in some cases, especially if the coin has an interesting provenance or is paired with a high-grade certification. It can command prices upwards of $97,000. Collecting Washington quarters, especially from the 1960s, remains popular among both new and experienced collectors. Many enthusiasts enjoy hunting for these coins in circulation or at local coin shows. If you're lucky enough to find a 1966 large date without a mint mark in fine condition, it could be a great addition to your collection. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for the 1966 Washington quarter dollar. With its historical significance and growing market value, it's definitely worth adding to your collection. Next up, the 1979 silver Washington quarter dollar with a large date and a D-era mint mark. This coin not only has an intriguing story behind it, but it also holds significant value in today's auction market. So, let's explore what makes this coin so special. The 1979 silver Washington quarter dollar features the iconic image of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse displays the American eagle, a symbol of strength and freedom. What sets this particular quarter apart is the large date feature, a variation that has caught the attention of collectors. The large date version was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. However, this specific coin carries an error, the damage on the reverse side. This can include anything from scratches, dents, or other forms of wear that affect its aesthetic appeal. Mint marks are crucial in coin collecting, as they indicate where the coin was produced. The D mint mark means this quarter was struck at the Denver Mint. Errors can occur during the minting process, making certain coins rarer and more desirable. Collectors often seek out these varieties due to their unique characteristics. Now, let's talk about condition. This 1979 quarter in damaged condition means it has visible flaws that affect its value. However, don't let that discourage you. Even coins with damage can still hold substantial worth, especially if they're part of a sought-after series like this one. As of today, in the auction market, the 1979 silver Washington quarter with a D-era mint mark in damaged condition can sell anywhere from $14,000 depending on the severity of the damage and the collector's interest. In contrast, coins in excellent condition can fetch significantly higher prices, often reaching upwards of $15,000 or more. Coin collecting is not just about monetary value, it's also about passion and history. Collectors love sharing stories and discovering unique pieces, like the 1979 silver Washington quarter. Trends in the market fluctuate, but silver coins tend to retain their value due to their precious metal content. Attending coin shows or joining online communities can provide insights into current market trends. Engaging with fellow collectors can also help you learn more about your coins and their worth. In conclusion, the 1979 silver Washington quarter dollar with a large date and D-era mint mark is a remarkable collectible that captures both history and value. If you own one or come across it in your coin hunting, remember its unique characteristics and the potential worth it holds. If you've seen any interesting coins in your collection, until next time, keep hunting for those hidden treasures.